Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on with you?
Oh, the same old stuff. Just trying to build up some heat.
There you go. There you go. That's all we got to do.
Yeah, keeping these guys excited.
Yep.
Here we are with the Mud Dogs, Goal Line Football 13 Media Scrum. It was supposed to be the Vibes and the Mud Dogs talking about the game and what was going to happen. The Vibes have chose not to participate so that way they can practice. They're going to practice twice this week. That's how important they find this game. And we're here with the Mud Dogs right now. If the Mud Dogs want to introduce themselves, we'll go from there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start it off. My name is Dave Butler. Everybody should know I'm number 4 for the Mud Dogs. And, I'm just here to speak upon the little things, a few things, and just keep it all clean and,
I like it.
Don't be modest. Don't forget your Goal Line 12 MVP.
Oh, yeah, don't forget 12 MVP.
Goal Line Football 12 MVP. You're the 2023 Championship Game MVP. And you're fun to watch.
I appreciate it, man. I just try to do the best that I can to actually still show, to give out, the things that you love to see. I know we have to play it, but, people still have to come out and give us that look. And I really still appreciate the fans, enemies or not, I really appreciate their time to see what we have.
Oh, yeah, you definitely give them something to think about whenever you're on the field. Who else do we got in the room?
You got Brock Miller here, number 15, quarterback of the Mud Dogs.
And you got your boy Cash, number 2, wide receiver, defensive back. I'm on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but I will be back. We will be able to continue the domination, the one and only number 2.
Every team needs some motivation and some inspiration, and I think that's what you bring to the Mud Dogs. And whenever they're playing for the championship rings at the end of the year, you're going to be a bright spot in that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do my best, man. I love my brothers, and I love getting out there, strapping up, lacing up, and playing with my guys. And a lot of the times recently, I haven't been able to really perform. So the best way that I can perform is with my attitude and always making sure my brothers know we got this. We ain't got to worry about nothing.
Right.
Yeah, and the Mud Dogs really don't worry about anything. That's for sure. They just win.
You already know that.
That is a fact.
So did we get an introduction from everyone in the room?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just go into the hot topic. Goal Line Football, GFL 13. We have the number 1 team in the season standings, 3-1 the Vibes, going against the number 1 team in the power rankings, the Mud Dogs, 2-0. This is an opportunity for the Mud Dogs to sweep a doubleheader and take the season standing and the number 1 power ranking. Without a doubt, I'm sure you guys believe that's going to happen. Collectively, you guys just want to tell us how you're going to do that?
First off, those rankings I feel like are a little bit of a lie. Anytime you get 2 wins against your practice squad, I mean, I see it more as a 1-1 team than a 3-1 team.
Okay.
But how we're going to go into this game this week and stuff, we're just going to play our Mud Dog football. We don't adapt to anyone else's game. We play our game. We pretty much can beat you from any single way that we need to.
Right.
Through the air, on the ground, defense stepping up. We adapt to what we need to do and to win. We are the most complete team in goal line football.
Yeah, I second that right there. If you go back and you look at any game film from last season and what the Mud Dogs have done this season so far, we never have the same format. And not only do we never have the same format, our format is always executed to a pretty decent team. We not only do we practice really hard and we try to, work everything multiple times and try to get it in as best as we can, but we also communicate very well with each other. And I think that's what's going to be key in this doubleheader is we always take that time to say, hey, Brock, I see such and such doing whoop-de-whoop on defense when he's, over me or on this side. So we can tweak this to that and this to that, That, like Brock said, that constant adaptation to the gameplay. And again, that just is what makes us the most complete team in goal line football is that ability to see, work, adapt, and manipulate things into our favor.
I could definitely agree with that. Anything Dave wants to add to that?
I actually just want to just want to agree to most of it, because it's always about how things are settled, how things are going, and which is what we always do have at the moment. The best of it is our strategies. So that takes a whole lot to come across and to put together, because everybody knows this is not a one-man game. No matter how many touchdowns you make, it doesn't really matter. It still completes as a whole. So I just wanted to really just keep it equal, how it is just put it, because that's pretty much all that about the sacrificing and about the hard work you can always do to make things go how it's supposed to go. And that's another way to win games.
Perfect example of that would have been our game against the 29ers last week. In the 7th series and stuff, we were in a tie game there, and I decided to select the offensive option when the game's on the line. You still can go get those 3 points and take the lead. Right. But, I believe in my defense, and my defense was on fire at the moment, and I knew I didn't have to stress about it. They weren't going to march down the field and get a touchdown on us, so we were still going to have the opportunity to win the game in a better situation.
Right. We always have we always have at least 2 to 3 game plans when we go out there defensively and offensively. So, yeah, it was always going to be not for nothing for Brock to sit there and be like, okay, yeah, I know the defense has got it. We've got at least 4 different sets of ideas and what we can do and how to work with them. So, yeah, again, it's just that communication and everything that we have that makes us complete.
Whenever you talk about the Mud Dogs, you mentioned the defense. Teams find it hard to put over 20 points a game on you guys. Is it possible for the Vibes to score 20, 30 points on you guys?
It's always possible. It's just a matter of, is it going to happen? And it's probably not. The thing about our defense is we're not a back down type of defense. We're not I'm scared type of defense. No, we go out there, we make sure we got a whole handful of our own nuts, and we get out there and we put it on the line. You look at some of the things we did just over the course of last season. We had guys going out there just smacking people, not even giving a regard about themselves. And that's just the thing that we have. We also got massive trust within each other. And we know that even if let's say you get burnt one time, that's cool. It happens. Not everybody's going to have a perfect game, but pick your head up. Just remember, now you got to play a little bit off, or you got to play this way or that way. We'll give you some pointers and move it on, pushing. Keep it coming till the next time we back out there,
Right.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing we faced, against in goal line football and stuff. Is so much focus on the offense, putting, scoring every drive, putting so many points on the board, that a lot of teams forget, the old school mentality, defense wins games. Yeah. And that's what we focus on, My boys get just as hyped up for a sack or a big hit as we do for a touchdown.
Definitely.
Well, whenever we talk about the Mud Dogs defense, it's stellar. But the Mud Dogs offense is putting up nearly 40 points a game. Is it possible for the Vibes to win this game if they don't put up at least 40, 35, 36, 40 points?
I can honestly say I don't think if they can have that mentality, I don't really care how many points they'll score, because we're going to give ours regardless at every chance that we can. But just as Brock was saying, defense wins the game, and we actually love that defense. We're fighting for that defense. Offense can always come and go. So defense is all in our mentality. So if they don't come with an offensive plan, we're definitely going to put them down in the dirt. This is what we do with everyone else.
Yeah, no, touchdowns are hard to come by.
Yeah.
But tackles seem like people let them go by.
Yeah.
The Mud Dogs, they go out and get their tackles. They're usually the top team in tackles. Dav put up 4 tackles in his MVP performance in GFL 12.
Appreciate it.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to come down to a defensive game. That's why I asked, can the Vibes win without scoring nearly 40 points? Right. I think that if the Vibes have a chance to win, it's going to be a very low-scoring game, and that's going to unfortunately mean the Mud Dogs made some mistakes
Definitely.
somewhere. And I know you guys aren't trying to hear that, but
It happens.
That's pretty much what it is. That's how you can beat us, and that's how we've lost in the past. Is no team has went out there and just beat us straight up. They just outplayed us. They out hit us, outscored us. No. Every game we've lost, it's because we've made mistakes ourselves. We had a fumble here, an interception here, a missed, blown coverage. We beat ourselves, and that's how we lose our games. We've never lost a game just by being outplayed.
Right.
I got some fun stats for you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys elaborate on these stats. The Mud Dogs haven't been beat since July of 2023.
Oh, wow.
You guys are 2-0 in 2024. You're 5-0 in your last 5, and the Vibes haven't beat you in over a calendar year.
Wow. Oh, Lord.
What do you guys feel about those numbers?
Well, first off, I gotta say those are some pretty amazing numbers right there. I enjoy that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, no, that's cool to know. But I think if you want to look at it stat-wise and you want to try to talk about the stats and break down the stats, it all falls down to the simple fact that all of us on the Mud Dogs, we believe in each other. We got each other's back, and we believe in each other. There's really no I in this team. There's no way you can put an I in this team because it's all about us. It's all about how we can do this together.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is our tackling. We gang tackle. We never just leave someone to themselves. When it comes to offense, we make sure we meet each and every one of our assignments, whether it's a blocking assignment or running a route as perfectly as we can, or just whatever we can do.
Yeah.
But we put all of our faith in each other, and that's basically how we were able to manage all those stats. There was no lack of faith.
And also, I believe that's around the time pretty much when our flip switch, If we were going down there with 5 guys trying to travel and just barely having a team.
Yeah.
Figuring out, hey, we can compete with 5. If we can just get, 2, 3 more guys with us down here, there ain't no stopping us.
Right.
And that's kind of when that momentum switched, when we started bringing 8 to 10 guys each tournament and stuff. And like I said, we have our full squad. That's part of not being ourselves. We will not be beat. And the stats you just said just kind of prove that.
Hey, the stats never lie.
Definitely.
Well, this is the time where we're just going to let you guys shoot a promo on your opponent, on the league, on the world, really. I mean, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Well, I guess I'll start by saying, well, first off, I would like to start off by saying is I'm not really, into that. I'm not really so much into a lot of it. And as you guys know, this is my first time, so I don't really know too much of the podcast or who says what, how things are going by. I only know from my teammate because, but I don't understand yeah, we're opponents. Yeah, this is the game, but I feel like it's just so much hatred towards a lot of people upon us, and it kind of throws our game off sometimes. But we try to find a better way through it, and it's just like it kind of knocks me off my feet at some point. Like someone's targeting me from the Vibes, which I don't know who or his name is, because it's just like, I never targeted at nobody. I never said anything wrong. I might have said some words on the floor, but I used my helmet to finish it off. And I just didn't like as far what someone had came towards me as far as, all because, my performances, which is my job, that's what I'm supposed to do. But long story short of that, it kind of knocks me off my feet, and now it burns. So now it's just like I have a lot to pick at towards people, and it's just like, I don't think it's no more Mr. Not Dave anymore, So I just really want to come up and just put my helmet to the test and just give them my all.
All right.
Cash, I'll let you go next, and I'll finish it off.
All right. I love what Dave said. Get in there, put your helmet down, and let your helmet do the talking, let your pads do the walking.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. That's what we do as a team. That's what we always done. And I ain't got no ill will or malcontent towards the Vibes. They always were some good dudes, but I hate to say it, your perfect score of 3-0 is about to get dropped to 3-2. So just prepare yourself for a nice, quiet ride home. We love you, but Mud Dogs ball, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is.
All right, I'm just going to finish it off with, I just be able to speak with the Vibes of the last game a little bit with their new ownership and coach and stuff. And I love what he's bringing to the new Vibes team and stuff like that. And I hope he kind of continues it. In the past with the Vibes, and you can probably ask any other team in this league, the Vibes have always been the dirtiest team. And not because they're the best hitters or the best tacklers. It's within the rules of the game. They seem to want to try to swing on that line from a cheap shot or a dirty hit,
Definitely.
And I know the new coach is probably, trying to clean things up and work on that and stuff. So I just hope we go out there and have a clean game between the whistles.
Yeah.
And let the best team shine. I don't want the after the whistle shenanigans or cheap shots and stuff kind of ruin the GLF, like what we're building here. Like, let's go out there, put on a show. Best team comes out on top on the field,
Right.
Hey, I can agree to that, and I definitely appreciate that sentiment. And I think the Vibes are gonna play their hardest. How that translates, we'll have to see. But I definitely think that we're in for a treat whenever we get you guys on the field. And I can't wait for Sunday. I mean, really, I think about it all day.
I can't wait.
And then I'll just end it with the last note because the Vibes have been known for this, and the player, I know he knows who he is. If any cheap shots go on those strategic nails, I know my boy's going to back me up, and it's not going to be pretty for sure.
Okay. Well, I think that's a perfect way to end the podcast. I can't thank you guys enough for stopping by. It's really nice to see Cash. I think Dave's going to put an MVP performance up, but I think Brock's going to give him a run for that MVP performance. So we'll just have to see because the Vibes they're the unknown. So.
Hey, we're just going to have to just put it at the end of it, instead of MVP player, it's just going to have to be MVP Mud Dogs.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, that's the way you guys play. That's a fair statement.
That's definitely what it is, man.
You guys have a great night. Drive safe and see you on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, y'all. I'll holler at you.
All right.